Comedy Central's Broad City creator Ilana Glazer praised Planned Parenthood supporters, New York Democrat lawmakers, and journalists Tuesday for working to achieve an abortion law that pro-life activists say allows infanticide. "Your work is making the world a better place, in real time," Glazer said, reported the Times-Union. "It is chiller in New York State because of your work." Glazer, who co-created Comedy Central's Broad City with Abby Jacobson, was a special guest speaker at Albany's Convention Center for Planned Parenthood's annual Day of Action, an event described by the Times-Union as jubilant. In January, New York Democrat Governor Andrew Cuomo signed into law the Reproductive Health Act, which allows abortions at any time when necessary to protect a patient's life or health. The health exception, however, is intended to be vague. When the U.S. Supreme Court invented a right to abortion in 1973, it defined the health exception to include any number of factors, such as physical, emotional, psychological, familial, and the woman's age. The bill, which made abortion a fundamental right, was easily approved by New York's state legislature since Democrats won control of the state Senate in November. National pro-life leader Lela Rose, president of Live Action, described New York's new law as barbaric and inhumane, and no different than infanticide. Convicted criminals aren't subjected to the death penalty in NY state, but now children up until the 9th month of pregnancy can be given lethal injections and poisoned to death, Rose tweeted. At Planned Parenthood's Day of Action, State Senate Majority Leader Andrea Stewart Cousins celebrated the abortion law, saying, "I have a million pink scarves. We are at the table, we are in the room, we are standing up for women and we are standing up for what we know is important," she added. New York pro-lifers fought successfully for more than a decade to defeat this radical pro-abortion bill, Rose said in a statement after Cuomo signed the bill into law. But the November election put pro-abortion Democrats in control of both state houses, and Democrat politicians have made abortion on demand a priority. A recent Marist poll showed 75% of Americans want substantial restrictions on abortion, including 60% of Democrats and 61% of those who identify as pro-choice. New York's new abortion law also permits non-physicians to administer abortion-inducing drugs and moves the abortion law from the state's penal code to its health code. New York Right to Life warned the new law removes criminal penalties for acts of violence against a pregnant mother and her child. The law defines a person as a human being who has been born and is alive, a description that eliminates recognition of personhood in the unborn. While the pro-abortion zealots in New York have won this battle, they will ultimately lose the war on abortion, Rose asserted.